What up, bitch? One time for the non-birthday bitch. It's the Fat Papi, Slim Papi podcast was cracking in this motherfucker. We got Pretty in Pink over here, also known as Fat Pop. Eat the whole slop. He ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
And then it is I, Slim Papi, Medium Papi.
We're just
here,
doing
right?
everything to that boom arm.
I mean,
you just doing everything you can to that boom arm. You said, I'm stretching you, bitch.
I'm hanging on it. I'm swinging. But nah, Medium Pop somewhere, eating surf and turf and not at a restaurant.
Said it smells like surf, but it tastes like turf.
It smells like surf, but
bad.
tastes like turf. God, that's terrible. He was a nasty human being. So, Fat Pop, how you
Cheers.
been? My girl's bathwater. You nasty as fuck. He said, what you do?
Looking good.
What you do is you add a little bit of pink light or some of the purple light, and then you just call it Texas tea. Maybe play a little bit of that Lil Wayne's.
Much whistles. Yeah, everything's been cool. I've just been working like crazy. But with working, I've been working and driving the truck. I have some time to think about random shit. So I had something that I remembered. And I feel like feel like it's a good time for a little Fat Poppy story time.
I'm ready for it. Let's hear it.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. Did you hear anything I said while you were troubleshooting?
No.
Oh my God. I was talking to the audience. I was saying how you like to role play as a slutty secretary in New York and how you get paid an extra $100 by your boss to get your nose honked. And how
Hey, listen here. I'm a classy broad. I work in Jersey.
he is a classic Staten Island asshole.
I'll never forget that as long as I live. The fucking precursor to the Jersey Shore.
Yep. Okay. So we're back. We had some troubleshooting, but
had to get some more bath water.
Yes. You were talking about story time, and you said your mother, yada yada yada. That's all I know.
All right, so I was talking to my therapist, right? Didn't really want to talk to her. Old white lady, had nothing to really communicate about. Her office smelled weird, and actually, I'm not sure if it was the office that smelled weird or her, because she definitely dressed weird too. So she could have been one of them people that just don't take showers.
I can't tell if you're really seeing a therapist or not.
I'm really seeing this therapist because I'm doing it for school. Like at that point, like I was trying to go through some of the shit to get back into normal school. So you got to do like community service, 100 hours. Your grades have to be up to a certain grade point average. Then you have to go back to court and have a written letter saying like, I'm not going to do all this wild shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And you got to go through counseling. So I'm going through the counseling, right? And I'm not really talking to her because I don't really like her. And my mom's like, yo, I'm paying $20. Like I'm paying out of my pocket some too, just so you could see this lady more often. And she's like, yo, you need to fucking talk to her. I'm like, yo, what am I going to talk to this lady about? Like we don't know any of the same shit. The disconnect is so vast. She's like, tell her about your life.
She don't know why we put Jolly Ranchers in our Sprite.
She put it like this. She didn't. Well, never mind. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
You taking your mom's advice of if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah, for one of the few times, right? but this lady's like a fucking trip. And my mom's like, tell him about your life. Tell him about her about your life, right? So the next time I go over, start telling her about my life and, you know, kind of just my childhood and upbringing and shit. And what does this bitch do?
She laughs at you.
No, the opposite. She starts crying.
Oh Lord. Did you tell her about the story time from the other day of your dad like saying you're gonna go to jail and then explaining what happens in jail and then showing you movies of what happens in jail?
I kept it light. Like I couldn't tell you exactly what I said, but I kept it real light. Like I kept it. I ain't like wild out until every fucking thing. I just kept it real light. I was like, yo, so this is what happened. Yada yada yada. And then she starts fucking crying, right? And I'm sitting in the chair across from the room, right? Like, you're a piece of shit, Devonta. This lady talks to fucking terrible people who go through all different types of shit. All these people all the fucking time. She's fucking 87 years old. She's definitely has been around enough to hear some wild shit, right? And you got this bitch crying. The other side of the couch, just bawling. Talking about, oh, you don't deserve that. I'm so sorry you've gone through that. And the whole time I'm just sitting there like breaking myself down.
I don't know why you even took it that way though. Because it's like,
just like
if anything, I thought you would realize like, yeah, this, you know, this is right. You know, I didn't deserve this. But no, you're like, you're leaning into it. You're like, obviously I deserve this because I'm making this lady cry. It's like, it's such a backwards mentality.
Well, not just that. I'm just like, oh, yo, I must really like, God, my life must really be shit if I'm breaking down fucking therapists.
Yeah.
That's like, that's the thing that's going through my head.
What if she was a therapist that was just like, she chose the wrong profession, like a deaf person trying to be an audio engineer? Or
that'd be kind of tight.
You know, it's just like she's too emotional and like gets too attached like right away.
You know, it's funny that you said that. Well, let me tell you about where things got a little strange. So she cried all the shit. She literally was like, at the end of the session, she tried to like ask for a hug. And I'm like, what the fuck, right? Whatever, I leave.
She's like a real hug though, not no little side hug. I want 2 arms.
Oh no, she got shoulder, chest. She tried to give me a fucking hug. Bitch. Threw one on me, right? And I leave, and I'm just like, okay, this is the worst fucking day of therapy I've ever had in my life.
For real.
Like I gave this bitch the crystal light version of the motherfucking of my life story. I didn't give her the full Minute Maid. And this bitch seemed like she damn near died. Like she normally be writing in her notebook, but like I said, once all of a sudden she started crying and stopped writing in her notebook and just was like wilding out. Either which way.
Now every time she drives by a school and sees some children, she starts tearing up a little bit because she thinks about you.
You know what? The way this lady was acting, I wouldn't be surprised if some weird shit like that. But it gets weirder. It gets weirder. So I tell my mom, I'm like, yo, I can't do it. I can't see that bitch. Like, we could go to any other therapist. She's like, that's the only one that does this, this, and that. I'm like, no, can't see her. Right? Can't do it. And she's like, why? I was like, she was crying. And my mom's like, okay, well, people have emotions. People can cry. I'm like, I'm a therapist to cry at me, right? And then I start laughing and I'm joking, making little jokes and shit. And I made one joke that I probably shouldn't have made. But you know what? I'm just really like pushing. I told her what it was, and now I'm just joking, like to say like she's a terrible person, and I can't see her anymore. So I was like, "You don't understand, Mom. Can't go there anymore." Whenever I walk in, I see
jar of peanut butter.
I'm going that direction. I'm like, whenever I walk in, man, she got lust in her eyes.
Sir.
I'm like, I'm like 14 years old. I'm just talking shit, right? And I never had any remorse, so I'd talk shit, make jokes, and didn't really care who the fuck it was. So I'm like, oh, she got lust in her eyes. I was like, Mom, can't do it. She wants to do things to me. It was like that old white lady wants some brown sugar and not in her own. You know.
She wants the young cub.
Good.
Yeah. That's kind of fucked up. Like,
it's not over.
Oh boy.
It is not fucking over by a long shot, right? So my mom is like, and she tried to have me go back to therapy again. I'm like, no, I'm not going. She's like, oh, because the old lady just wants to have sex with you, right? You're just so freaking handsome. And I was like, yeah, Mom, you get the picture. And I'm like laughing. Right. To me, it's a joke. Right? And I'm just
to
fucking
her,
around.
she's like, you ain't that handsome.
I guess not, because my mom called this lady, right?
No.
And literally asked this old ass lady if she was sexually attracted to me because I said that I felt that she was sexually attracted.
You're such a piece of shit. That must have like been the biggest mind fuck for her. She's like, how? What wires are crossed that this young lad sees my tears and thinks, oh, she wants it.
Broke her. Like, what? Oh my God. So she tells her, need you mind, I don't know about this, right? I was fucking joking around. Yeah, my mom was laughing at the shit, right? So I just thought like everybody got it. It was a joke. But she called, she asked about it, whatever, right? And then all of a sudden one day my mom comes, she's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to counseling. And I'm like, oh, you found a new counselor? She's like, nah, we're going back to the same old lady. And I'm like, Mom, I told you I don't want to go there. She's like, don't worry about it. I already talked to her. She said she doesn't want to sleep with you. And then she's very professional. And yada, yada, yada. I was like, Mom, are you fucking serious? She's like, what are you talking about?
She'll hold back her passion. Don't worry.
She's like, you said that you felt like she wanted to sleep with you. I was like, Mom, she's 97 years old. I was just fucking around. I told you I just had like we couldn't talk. And after that, I was just cracking jokes. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, Mom, I don't think this old ass lady is choosing up on me. And she's like, well, she said she's not. And I'm like, Mom, I can't go out there ever again. No,
I can't see her face to face.
You completely ruined it. It's like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, obviously, that would have to be like a very long, awkward conversation.
Yeah, it'd be addressed for sure.
Like, first thing, hello, sit down. All right, so let's talk about this phone call.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for the compliment. Second of all, I mean, you're not quite there, Tiger, but don't worry. When you turn 18, we could talk again. But
You can hit me up the weekend before sometimes.
and you know, you go on with the rest of the session, but then later on throughout the session, she's just giving you weird looks and sounds like
She just starts talking shit. Oh, so you came in wearing a backpack, right? Backpack's just all hanging off your back. Let me get it. The backpack wants to fuck you too.
Here's a prescription. It doesn't even have like a medicine on it. It just says me. I can't believe like how sometimes like you could joke around and then you're laughing, but people still think you're serious.
Dog, my mom laughed too, so that means she's like really like, oh my god, my fucking kid, like this old ass white lady's coming on to my kid, and it's kind of
funny, but maybe I should do something about it when I'm done laughing.
Exactly. She's like, it's funny, but I'm gonna take care of this later.
She's like, I mean, I'll make a note of it.
Oh god, all right. Call Abigail. Like, what?
Hopefully she's in menopause.
Yeah, dog. I gotta talk to my mom about that. Like, I really fucking do, and I just want her. I really got to hear her side.
Yeah,
like, that's all I want to know. Like, we were laughing, joking around, all the shit. What made you really be like, yo, I need to call this counselor. I need to discuss with her about her trying to fuck my son. And then I'm going to relay the message back to him and tell them that they can have a sit down and talk about it. Like, no.
I was waiting to hear like, oh, and after that we stopped seeing her, but then my mom signed me up for another counselor that was a man, so that way I couldn't use the same excuse. But it didn't stop me. I used the same shit. He's got more lust in his eyes.
He's got lust and anger. It's a crazy comp. Just looking at me mad as fuck, talking about ooh. No. Help.
Now we're gonna talk about progression and progression. It's like, why does that sound like something I want no part of?
So we gotta break through. You got this nice exterior. Sometimes you just gotta.
It's like it's like you got the ceiling and you just gotta break through the ceiling and just keep breaking through the ceiling.
Gotta chip away. Some people are like, oh, I want to chip away, get at it slow. I'm like, no, sometimes you just gotta break.
No lube in the tube, you just gotta go.
Nigga, what?
It's like, are we talking about my problems anymore?
No,
he has a white handkerchief. He's like, oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
I love your problems. It's like, what? Police, help! All right.
Yeah.
Fucking so great story.
Great story. I think I need to make a compilation of just all your little story times.
It's fucking crazy. But I've something to admit. So the other day I was bored and I was in the truck.
Okay.
And I guess it was provoked because my girl was listening to the Weekend mixtape.
Nice. Classic.
And, well, not listening to it. She just watches Bud Brownies, the little music video that we
also
threw together
classic.
with 4 fucking smartphones and 1 laptop.
Yeah.
But
made with Windows Movie Maker.
Windows Movie.
That's a industry standard.
Obsolete now, but man, when it wasn't.
That shit was like Premiere Pro, dog. But
Said, dog, you could just. It even had it had a shortcut button. You could just dump it right into Photo Bucket, bro.
yo, what you could do one time is like turn it black and white, so it's like an old movie, you know.
So
And then
like
sometimes you could spin it around too, and then you could be like, "They spinning, they spinning."
look, all the niggas on Moco Space and MySpace were using fucking.
Did you say Moco Space?
Yes.
Is that a real site?
Yes, Moco Space was a real site.
So it's just filled with boogers, pictures of boogers.
No, it was just a fake MySpace.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. I was
You was driving.
I was driving. I was listening to some music, and I was hearing you say something about I'm coming at these hoes so motherfucking rabid, getting money out of bunnies like damn must be magic. And I was like, you're a toxic asshole.
Lyrical miracle, subliminal criminal.
I was like, okay. And then I continue listening on and hear another song where I literally, and I will admit that you kind of like at least spaced yours out. But I had a bar where I literally said, I tell a bitch to put me in her mouth or get the fuck out the house. And I'm like, sir, what in the actual fuck? Thank you from the gallery. Very weird you guys seen me pull that up like that, I know. Got a friend underneath the desk.
He is a slutty secretary.
All right, so you could hear me. I'm not frozen. So I was thinking, what's the most toxic thing you've ever said to a woman?
Toxic thing I ever said to a woman.
Because I thought of mine, and God, somebody should have fucking. I should have got hit by a car.
You were definitely more bold than me in high school, but I can't really think of much. I mean, you're saying like towards a girl, but I said something that was pretty fucked up towards a coworker / friend.
So it happened to be a girl. I'm just
So I was working out of town, and we have this van, right? It's a white van, and we go to the store, and everyone does what they need to. It's like me and like 3 other people. We come back, and then I guess the driver rolled down the window because he noticed that there were some girls parked next to the van, and they were trying to talk to the girls, and you know, one of the girls was being like friendly and being like, "Oh yeah, we're going to a party," and then all the friends around her like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, don't be talking to no like strange dudes, especially in a white van." And I'm like, I totally get it, but once like, you know, they started like talking to the driver and like was being like casually nice. There's one particular guy who started like jumping out the window. It's like, "Oh, hey, what's up? I'm here too. Like, yo, what's cracking? Let's go to a party, whatever." Now, what's kind of fucked up is like I kind of made a comment about him. I told him because they drove off and then we had to talk about it later on that night. I was like, dude, you're the guy that comes in after you get the girls or after everyone else gets the girls. Cause he was kind of like out of shape and like kind of dorky looking at the time, and I just felt kind of bad. But yeah, being told that you're the guy that comes after like all the girls are secured, I feel like that's pretty harsh and toxic.
All right, so before I tell you this, I feel remorse. I'm a better person today by far than I was back then.
Wait, you have no reaction to what I told you?
No, because mine's so much worse.
Oh my God. All right, fine. I guess what I said wasn't really that mean, but if you're listening, I'm sorry.
I feel so bad. I feel bad. So I may have been dreaming. Who knows? I may have been asleep. But I was having a conversation with somebody that I had a prior engagement with, and told her that she's lucky I'm not a bad guy, because if I wanted to, I could fuck all her friends.
Oh my God.
And the worst part was, the reply was, "Yeah, I know you can. I don't care whatever." Like, okay. I didn't, because I'm not that guy, but I will tell you.
Let me tell you something. You're not that guy, pal. Okay, you hear me? You're not that guy.
Hey, I'm happy not to be that guy.
Yeah, yeah, I thought it was going to be a little worse, but I could definitely see how that's toxic. And
You're lucky I'm not a bad guy, because if I wasn't, I'd fuck all of your friends. That's as toxic as
yeah,
it gets, bro. Imagine a girl telling you that.
I mean, that would no longer be my person. It's like, all right, deuces. But what I think too is like, she probably saw that text and was with her friend. She's like, "Oh, look how good my man is. He's having restraint."
Said it to her face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's a little rough.
Her face to face. Blank face, just like, you know what? You're lucky. Because I could be out here just fucking some stinking women. But am I not? But am I? No. Because I'm here spending family time.
Oh my God. Yeah.
John Leguizamo joke. I'm sorry. It's great. It's not serious at all. But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened with that.
It's pretty bad, man. But I forgive you.
But if I understand correctly, thanks. I don't think anybody else does. I also feel bad because I had a human being referred to as an acronym CBG.
Are you waiting to tell the audience what it stands for?
I don't know her name. I don't. Her name is CBG. Like, it's etched in stone. Like, to me, that's on her birth certificate.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
if I saw,
I remember you calling her that too, and I believe this woman was also a person that was like slightly attracted to you.
Yeah. I also made a song. Thank God I didn't record it and put it out, because that would have been next level fucking bad. But
yeah, knowing you, you'd actually like put it on the internet.
Yeah. But it was like CBG. That's one big ass. That was it. Just loop it. That was it.
Wait, sing it one more time.
CBG. That's one big ass bitch.
Oh, all right. Well, we're done with this segment. I mean, I forgave you on only one. That's all you get.
No, need you mind. Jesus, bitch. But yeah, I feel bad because if I saw her, like, not that I'm gonna see anybody, but like, I guarantee you, if multiple people saw her and they were like seeing her out now and haven't seen her for 10 years, they'd be like, "Oh, hey, CBG, right?" And CBG just stands for nothing more or nothing less than caveman born gorilla, because I said that's what she looks like she's mixed with.
That's pretty fucked up. Didn't you try to holler at her?
No, I didn't, but I got a cell phone.
I could have sworn you like messed around with her.
Definitely not. No. I
See, that's all I need to do. Just throw that one little seed out there, and just it might sprout.
To her. No, I got a cell phone, and then I remember meeting up with her, and she's like, "Oh, well, I could just give you a cell phone since that's all you want." And I was like, "Okay." And she gave me the cell phone. She's like, "You're really fucked up. Really, that's all that you wanted?" I was like, "I mean, it was cool, like saying what's up, but yeah."
You cold. You ice cold, man. But I think we should watch a couple of videos to kind of change the tone.
Yeah. That's one big. I'm just. Okay, gentleman with a body type like a chicken drumstick.
I just picked random videos, all right? If it worked, it worked. But but apparently this is the titles. He wasn't expecting that. Chick catches her dad with a powder to the face prank. I thought it was a boyfriend.
Ooh, they're from Miami too, so you know this is gonna be out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all. So
Florida
this was highly requested because if you know, my pops, you know, he has a weightlifting team or whatever, and he benched 600 plus, like 600. 600. So this should be lightweight to him. And in the video that I saw, they used bottles, and I was like, "Dad, I bet you could top that." So I tied
he ate a mini
gallons
fridge.
of water onto the screen. So that what you're gonna do is, it's a little heavy to me, so you're gonna hold that, and you're gonna. Yeah, so you're just gonna place it, but it's like a physics thing.
Yep.
So,
Here comes the high school football
start books and see if you can hold it. Okay.
He's over here like, yeah, this ain't heavy for me, man. I used to be varsity back in high school.
Good.
He said, I never read these though.
Okay. Hold on, let me go grab some more.
Is he wearing Team Jordans?
No, he's wearing stretches.
What?
What is that?
I don't know.
Really be.
Oh,
That's some bullshit.
I remember nights looking.
dirty.
Yep, I remember nights looking like that. I'm just fun.
1 second, right quick. It's fine. My bad. Had to get rid of the dog right quick. All right. See what else we got. Oh, this one I was excited to watch. Title of this one is "He a Real One for This." Chick had her boyfriend act homeless for her high school project.
Oh man. You see this human being's hair. Yep, and she done fucked up her car.
I'm just going around giving away canned foods to the
This nigga
homeless.
sucking his thumb?
He's eating fries.
You like
some
that
peanut
stuff?
butter and go with the fries.
That's crazy. I thought Lil Nas X was gay.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Wait a rootin' tootin' minute. Hold on. What did she give him? Did she just give him straight pasta and no water to boil or nothing?
Pasta, no water to boil, and a pack of croutons.
He's got a Foot Locker. He's got a Foot Locker bag with this other shoe next to it. He's only
Thank
wearing
you.
one shoe.
Thank you.
This shit is ridiculous. Okay.
He didn't utter one word. All right. Well, would you do that?
No.
Even if,
No.
But your therapist. No kidding.
Okay.
All right. So, have you been seeing like some of the videos of like the New York flood?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those who don't know, there's a hurricane that went through the East Coast and it flooded a lot of New York. And then just some of the videos that came out was kind of crazy. Like this dude right here, smoking hookah on a little floaty in an alley.
Making New York is shit. Yeah.
Yo, just like imagine the amount of diseases that's in there.
I would not touch that water. Like, not for the life of me. I wouldn't touch that water.
For real. I mean, meanwhile that's happening.
Surprisingly enough, like, I'm surprised that New York water isn't black, like oil black.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But I don't think it could get black, even if it wanted to. There's just too many chemicals and shit out there. But meanwhile, that's happening. You got this shit. I guess homeboy's just kind of chilling in his apartment. Got indoor pool.
Your apartment is filled with chicken noodle soup.
Just took out a whole wall.
Damn. From yellow to gray so fast.
So I seen this video before, but I was trying to figure out where the fuck is the screaming coming from.
He's probably still upstairs, just like, oh no, my Nintendo Wii.
Is that the same dude that was like walking across in the beginning of the video and like he was just like coming back and like screaming in panic, or was someone already caught in this like mess and was like drifted away into this apartment? Like he's from like 5 blocks down east and then he just got shoved into this building.
That can't be an apartment. That's a folding plastic chair. If you have a folding plastic chair, all right, so there's a sofa. All right, so shit's rough, all right? I'm just hoping there's not one. Jesus.
Honestly, it looks like a nursing home.
Pause it real quick.
Okay.
So there's a sofa to the left.
Yeah.
There's a plastic chair down there to the right.
Yeah.
Somebody's coffee is right there. So
there's like some kitty litter up here.
God.
Yeah, but
it looks like there's a kitchen. There's a kitchen table to the right.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like it's an old people home or something like that, or like a community building or something like that.
All right, so let's quickly look as shit gets shuffled around.
Okay, I was trying to look up here in the top part and didn't like bring anything in, so I think this is still just all the items in the building.
Who has a pink bouncy ball in a nurse's home?
How is it that it turned daylight in like the last 3 seconds of the video? Hold on. Look at that. It's dark here, but then light just I don't know. But yeah, I thought that shit was fucking wild. But yeah, that's all the videos I got today. I don't know if you trying to do the playlist right now.
Yeah, we can go ahead and add to the playlist. It's gonna be a little rough because a lot of great music has came out as of recently. Certified Lover Boy has dropped. I know that's what everybody's talking about. Kanye West's album dropped. A couple of really good songs on there. G Perico's album dropped. A lot of really good songs on there. Kendrick Lamar just got back on his shit and decided to diss everybody in the fucking world again.
Except Baby Keem.
Yeah, I know that's his cousin, but still, I always am like, oh yeah, that's that nigga's family.
Yeah. But CLB, best album ever, better than Donda. Donda more like done, duh, because he's done.
And then Drake's gonna go ahead and leak Kanye's best song that he's done in 10 years, featuring Andre 3000.
Watch, I haven't listened to it, but I bet you're just going to say it sounds like the best fucking Kanye shit because it probably sounds like a throwaway from College Dropout.
No, it's fucking nuts. And literally Andre 3000 is talking to Andre 3000 verse. Like he comes in and sets the tone. Like this shit's crazy. He's talking about like family, people passing away, like the views of God. Oh man, it's just deep. And then Kanye is actually calling out names and shit like that and rapping. I'm just like, wow, haven't heard that type of rap for a long fucking time. But no, I know he said all of his music was supposed to be uplifting God.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say that one wasn't. Like, it's not like the nigga was on some anti-religious shit, although they were talking about like, oh yeah, if God was real, like he would let me say hi to my mom one more time. I think Andre said something like that. And you know, Kanye's album's like a religious album. So I kind of understand why that song wasn't on there, but if this nigga wasn't just dropping religious music, that for sure would be on the album. It couldn't be a throwaway from anything.
I might have to figure out how to listen to it. I'm sure if I YouTube it one time, it'll be there.
Oh yeah, it's like a 6-minute song too.
But what was I going to say? I didn't listen to Donda or CLB except for the first song of CLB, and then I felt kind of bad. I'm like, I'm going to be on the podcast. I'm sure you're going to ask if I listened to Donda as well. So I figured, let me at least do the bare minimum and listen to the first song on Donda. And let me just say,
song on Donda.
let me listen to the first track of both albums, and let me tell you, the first track of CLB is way better than Donda, but Donda really came close. You know, it was just some lady saying Donda, 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 and then he even kept in the little like she was a little dehydrated, and you could hear like she was trying to like gather some spit. She was like Donda.
No, that was Donda. That was Kanye's mom.
Was it?
Yeah, he has Kanye has his mom all featured over that shit. And I didn't know,
How
but in that
is it okay? Then you could tell me this. When did he have his mom sit down and say Donda like 30 times?
obviously sometime in the fucking past, but
I can understand one time.
I don't know. From what I understand, and I didn't know about this prior until I listened to that Drake diss with fucking Andre 3000. But apparently, Kanye's mom, and Kanye said it in the song, Mom was my best ghostwriter. And I was like, what, nigga? Your mom writes your music? I was like, wait,
I'm not
what
not
music?
surprised.
That's
'Cause
just a little crazy.
I feel like a lot of rappers, especially the ones that like get support from their parents, like they would go to their parents for it. Because if I'm not mistaken, Isaiah Rashad did the same thing. You know, what was it, Live from the Garden? That him repeating like came out busting, like that was his mom putting her 2 cents in of saying like, yo, just repeat that little bit over and over. So yeah, and then Kanye is like so like all about his mom, and I wouldn't be surprised like she always like had some 2 cents to put in here and there, and he would probably listen to her over anyone else, and he doesn't really listen to a lot of people.
I get it. And I mean, his mom died very young, so it's kind of cool, like him having, these
Has it
snippets of his mom talking and shit like that. It's dope.
almost 10 years, huh?
More than that.
I thought it was like around the time that he came out with that one song with 2 Chainz and Big Sean and Pusha T.
No, he like College Dropout, I think was his last album that he did like before his mom passed. Once he really started getting money was when he paid for his mom to get that lipo surgery and she passed getting the surgery.
I'm gonna look this up. Hold on. Because I really thought it was she like lived past 2010.
No, I want to say 2005, maybe. I would not be surprised if she's been gone for 15 years.
Yo, this shows how like little of rap shit I know. I didn't know that was the mom's name. Why didn't you say that?
Why did you think his mom was saying that?
I thought I never heard anyone like sit on a mic and just say their name over and over.
Really?
So I thought it was like some what was it, like some religious shit. Like I was going to be like, oh, this is like some biblical type shit, that I'd have to like research on my own time.
No. So what year did his mom die?
I'm looking right now. 14 years ago. So
2007?
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, yeah, now that makes a little more sense. But I'm still surprised, like how, unless he like really like thought that far ahead of like, I'm going to have my mom sit down and say her name a bunch just so I could sample it. Maybe I'll use it for an album that I could dedicate for her. That's nuts.
I mean, it could have been something simple, like just say something on the mic, say your name, keep on saying it, test the levels and some shit, but he kept it because that was his mom.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I apologize because I didn't know, but still,
Certified Lover Boy's opening track is dope.
I think between the two albums, personally, I'll probably end up liking CLB a little bit more just because that's more my taste. I feel like Kanye West has gone more experimental, and it's fun to listen to, but it's not something I listen to all the time. But I really fucked with the song they had with Jay-Z.
The song that he had with Little Baby and The Weeknd was fucking great.
Okay, I'll check that out.
And then he had another song, Don't Believe That You Tell Me, which is a Lauryn Hill sample. Dun, 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 dun. Like, yeah, that was probably the best song on the whole album. But anyways, if I'm gonna add a song, I'm just gonna add a quick song. I'm thinking about. I'm probably gonna go with G Perico off his new project, The Interview. I just really like the way that he very conversational, although he's rapping the whole time. It's like, oh yeah, let me hey, who are you? Okay, we got to know you. He raps for a minute. Okay, we got to know you. So what does G Perico stand for? And then he like breaks it down and kind of goes letter by letter and just I don't know, it's an intricate way of putting some shit together and I just like the song. It's not a very long song, but it's cool.
I can't wait to see your end of the year Spotify, because I'm sure it's nothing but G Perico. Nothing but
And,
G Perico and Larry June.
G Perico, Larry June, Saha the Prince.
Well, I never
Still
heard
listen.
you mention Sahai at all, but I know because I just updated the playlist for those who are listening. There's quite a bit of G Perico.
Yeah, I like G Perico a lot. Larry June a lot. All Black a lot.
All Black's dope.
Oh, and Shoot Again Coney, I've started listening to him a lot. I was going to put a song of his on here
Yeah.
next time.
I just found out about this artist, Remble. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, he's on G Perico's album too.
Yep. Well, that song that he came out called Touchable, that's my song. I was listening to it yesterday.
Wait till you hear Spaz out. G Perico and Remble. That shit is tough.
Yeah, I just really enjoyed the rawness of that song, just because it was like just some grimy shit, you know. Because
his dancing is hilarious.
Pull out the chopper, turn to a vegetable. Got to finish the job, or else you're doing federal. I was like, oh, this guy's cold.
Yep.
Tapped him on the shoulder, so I know that he is touchable. Yeah, that
pretty much how he goes all the time. He's dope. Yeah, I rock with him, and he's from the Bay Area.
What part?
I don't know. He's not really putting out too much information. I know he's from the Bay though.
Okay. Well, this was a dope episode. I'm sure you got to go fill up on your bath water, and
you saw, but it's not good. I need a refill, my friend.
Refill, my friend, one time, quick time. But yeah, just to let y'all know, this was another episode of the Fat Papi Slim Papi podcast. We appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out, and we just updated the playlist with over 60 songs added because I was being lazy as fuck for months. So yeah, but it's all good now because now y'all got quite the update. And from here on out, I'm going to try my best, but no promises because, yeah, I can't handle commitment.
No promises because I promised I was going to pull out. And I mean, hey.
Hey, man. But until the next time, we out. Yeet.
Peace.
Oh, there he is. Let's just look at Fat Pop as he tries to work on his computer, as he role plays as a slutty secretary. He's just trying to make do, try and pay for his New York apartment rent. but he has to do favors in order to keep up with the rent and the high cost of living there. He gets paid an extra $100 a week for his boss to honk his nose. That's a brand new white tee that he bought this morning. And because of his boss, it is turned off white tonight.